Let me keep moving forward. I'd like to talk about that ribbon because it represents a major philosophical change for our new software, right? Microsoft will tell you that if you go from start to finish, you can just follow the tabs left to right and finish your document. So if I start with the Home tab, I start to type my data, I edit it, I make it pretty, I format it a little bit, I have all those commands with font and paragraph and all of my commands right there on the Home tab. Next, I'd like to enhance it. I'd like to add a few things. I'm going to click on the Insert tab. Now we're building, we're adding to our worksheet. As I start to add it and that comes together visually with my data and my charts or whatever objects I've made, I'm now ready to take a step back and I need to look at the big picture. How does my worksheet look? How is my page set up? Is it landscape? Is it portrait? I need to adjust how my worksheet fits and how my data looks on the page. Those commands are going to be found under your Page Layout tab. Very important. You'll also find some other options there for arranging your objects. You'll find some help for making sure it fits one page to one page. For those of you looking for the old File menu, Page Setup command, it's now found under this tab called Page Layout. Next, you move on, you're continuing to analyze. Perhaps you're now ready to connect additional data sources. You're ready to analyze a little bit better. Now you're going to move on to the next few tabs, which are your Formulas tab or your Data tabs. And remember, your Formulas tab has, again, some additional options we'll talk about in managing formulas and functions. It also has additional auditing tools that you can take a look at formulas and watch them. You can trace precedence and dependence. You can check for errors. And you can also, of course, in your Data tabs, analyze your data, calculate, and again, perform scenarios and take your trending to the next level. So again, as we're tracking across the ribbon, our functionality grows, our tools and our ability to look at our data increases as we move left to right across that ribbon. Lastly, you've finished your data, you've entered it all, you've looked at it, you've formatted it. Now you're ready for the final checks. This is a must-do in Excel. You must still spell check, folks. You'll find under Review your tips and tools for checking spelling. You have research, you have thesaurus tools, you can even translate here, they use word lingo, but you have options for, again, final adjustments to your worksheet. For those of you needing to protect your worksheets, I'll advise you that you can find those under what's called now the Changes group under your Review tab. For those of you using comments, again, Review will be the tab that you'll be using. Lastly, you have what's called the View tab. Again, that controls your workbooks and how you can look at that on screen. And for those managing that page break preview, you can look there as well. You also have some options to show and hide, to zoom. And this is my tip of the day. If you're looking where is the freeze panes command, folks, they hit it on us. They put it under the View tab window group. And again, that very first option is what you can click to freeze both the left column and the top row, a very popular item if you're looking to control the worksheet. Now finally, we're looking at macros. For those of you using macros and looking to access at Visual Basic and the back engine of those macros, that is hidden as well under the View tab. So again, folks, left to right, start to finish, you have a new robust tool called the ribbon. Again, that quick access toolbar, I'll remind you, it's up at the top of your window. It looks like, again, icons that you recognize from the old version, right? These are just shortcuts. They're, again, another place you can find some of the most popular commands. You'll see a screenshot of what the menu looks like. If you click, again, a drop-down arrow that's found on that bar, you'll find that if you see a check mark next to the command, it means it displays up on your toolbar. There are some commands here. If you click down the More Commands button, you can open up a menu to add or delete or edit additional commands found here on your toolbar. And again, you have some options for showing the location. It's either located above or below the ribbon, and here too is where you can minimize the ribbon. I'll give you another quick tip, time for a shortcut. If you'd like to add any ribbon command, right-click on the mouse, and you can click on the command that says Add it to the Quick Access toolbar. Now, for those of you using Macs, and I know there's a few of you out there, You've been waiting for this for 10 years, maybe 15. This is the formatting that's finally arrived to 2007. We have a professional set of galleries. They actually have something called live preview. You can actually mouse over and it will show you quickly what your table or what your data will look like with these bright colors. You have more themes, and again, these themes are consistent. They're designed so that you can consistently brand your worksheet and your data, create it in Excel, and then you can export it out into PowerPoint or copy it into Word, and you have a consistent graphic look and feel from application to application. That's quite important for you sales and marketing folks. Anybody in business development, you know how powerful that is from a professional standpoint. 2007 makes it easy to share those tools across the formats. Lastly, we have new tabs, and again, tools that you can create very rich, multi-dimensional graphics right from a click of a mouse. Literally, you can click and you can add shadows in 3D dimension, and again, effects like beveling and shadowing. They've taken it to a whole new level, folks. You'll love it. And quite honestly, it feels like you have a graphic designer sitting next to you. I challenge you that, again, as you're adding these visual tools to your charts, as you're adding it to your worksheet, the more you add, the more you should check. But again, you're going to find the enhancements here just wonderful. Now, let's move on to charting. For those of you following along with me, you're going to want to click on your Insert tab. And again, if you're looking at your Insert tab, right in the middle of that tab is your charting tools. Now again, they have euthanized the chart wizard. It's unfortunate. We found that that step-by-step wizard worked very well for newer users or those who don't have to data analyze every single day. Now, if you don't have to, don't be scared. You can still use the Insert tab. You follow your charts. You have new tabs that will open up. There are 3 of them that will appear. And you can go ahead and create templates that you see here on our screen very easily. These chart templates have become more robust. The colors are brighter. The dimensions pop. I call them eye candy because, again, what you're doing is visually telling a story with a picture and not wasting a lot of words. And trust me when I say, especially those in strategic planning, those in management, if you're preparing, again, investor presentation reports, the enhancements will make you stand out from a crowd. Very important when you're across the table from your competitor and you're selling against them. Use these charts, folks. They help. The good news is you can also share them across the Microsoft Office suite of applications like Word and PowerPoint very easily. In fact, you'll open up the same templates that you have now in Excel in those applications. So again, they've bridged the gap between having to be a power user to use this to actually not having to know a lot of it at all in order to make some really powerful charts. For those used to doing charts, you're going to notice, again, my middle screen here, I've shown you a capture of the data source window. That has changed as well. Love this button. Look at this button in the middle. And again, if you're looking at a chart on your screen, they have something called the switch row column. Works really well in some of the charting styles, like columns. And again, it just switches the row and the column so you can see a different trend. It replaces those access labels in the series with a click of a mouse, and you can, again, see another trend with a click of a button. I should note here, too, that as you see on the right-hand side, you have an expanded suite of design styles. What you're looking there at is table styles. Again, eye candy here. I'm going to caution you. Make sure you can read your data. Some of the darker styles that you'll see at the bottom of the galleries, again, can be a little bit more challenging to look at, but again, I'm going to promise you, you're going to find that they look spectacular in PowerPoint. And for those of you presenting at corporate or industry presentations, if you're shooting to a PowerPoint wall, you're going to find that these effects work very well. For those of you new to charting or not comfortable with this, you'll find that they have what's called quick charts and quick styles. With a click of a button, you can instantly format your chart without having to look very far. So again, you're saving time and you're saving your money so you can spend more time selling and less time fighting that worksheet. Again, powerful tools found now